Test.
Dude, do me one favor. Go put that on that table on the stage. Anyone. The one to the left. Or to the right. To the right. Yeah.
Check.
You ready? You ready? Okay. Hey, everybody, welcome to. Oh, look, I scared everyone. Everybody just jumps. That's exactly the way I wanted that to pan out. Thank you very much. Everybody, sorry. I apologize. I just gave 5 people heart attacks. Perfect. Yeah, this is what happens when you have a live show. Everybody, we're live on the internet. Clap right there. Yeah. Folks, welcome to Lenny Schmidts Quarantine Live. It's good to be here. This is a show we do every Monday and Wednesday. It streams live at 6 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Central. And tonight is a very special show. We're having a bunch of guests that have been on the show over the last year here live, doing stand-up at Zany's in Rosemont. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up. Guys, sit back and enjoy the live version of Lenny Schmidts Quarantine Comedy. Thank you for coming out to the show. Thanks for being here. Let me give you a little heads up. This show is a podcast I've been doing for about a little over an hour, or I'm sorry, a little over a year. See, I don't care. As long as I'm getting laughs live on the internet, that I could care less. I'm screwing up setups. This is a podcast I started a little over a year. Honestly, it was set up for live performers of all kinds, stand-up comics, entertainers, musicians, all kinds of stuff. For them, an opportunity to be able to be in touch with their crowd, say hello to people, connect with audiences, get merch out there, and just get to be able to be creative over the last year. Last year was weird. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but it was a little bit weird last year. So we're going to wrap this podcast up in a couple of weeks, and I thought we'd do a live version tonight, and we get to do it here tonight in Rosemont. So thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm going to host the show. There's lots of comics that are going to be here tonight. I'm from here originally, Chicago. I live in LA now. It's nice to be here. It's nice to be anywhere. I'm traveling again. That's awesome, right? I got the shots. Did you guys get your shots? Are you good? Everybody's vaccinated. I was so happy. I got my second shot. I was like 2 weeks after when that window kicked in. I didn't care. I was like bulletproof. You know what I mean? I'm like, I won. I walked up and down Hollywood Boulevard, told people to spit in my mouth. I don't care. Yeah, you can't stop me. Do it. Spit in my mouth. I was pulling gum off the bottom of tables. I didn't care. I did it all. I ate at White Castles. I don't give a shit. I'm fine. I'm alive. I was worried when I got the second shot because I had a cold. I was really sick, and I go, don't tell me I got this. I'll be so mad. But I didn't. I had like a regular cold. I had like regular boring cold. I have a perfect remedy for a cold, by the way. You get a pen, write this down. This is for a boring cold. I don't know about COVID, but a regular cold, this will work for you. Do this. It's a 3-part cure. I don't care what's wrong with you. Headache, stomachache, this works for everyone. Here's the first part. Number 1, Number 1, a shot of Jameson. Number 1. All right. Yeah, right. And take it down hard. Bam! Shoot it. Don't sip it. Don't waste time. You take that shot down hard, and then you would chase it immediately with a shot of NyQuil. Yeah. Yeah, back to back. Bam, bam. After the NyQuil, you chase that with a shot of Jägermeister. Yes. Bam, bam, bam. 3 shots. Every 2 hours do that. Every 2 hours. Just during the day. Just during the day. At night, you need sleep. You need some rest. You do that cold is gone in like 18 weeks. You feel you are 20% in no time. I'll tell you right now. I love everybody's worried. There's people that won't get the vaccination. I know this is happening everywhere. People are worried about it. They go, aren't you worried about what you're putting in your body? I'm like, look at me. No. I was a road comic for 30 years. You know, I have smoked, snorted, shot, and sucked more chemicals into my body in 30 years. You know, the vaccine should be afraid to go in my body. Is what they should be. Walking around, is that crystal meth back there from the 80s? I don't even want to talk that. Scary, man. Plus, they tell you, people say you'll get magnetized from the vaccine. I want to be magnetized. Now I'm vaccinated, and I won't lose my keys. How perfect is that? All right, we're gonna keep this show. There was something else. Oh, you know what's funny though? I didn't know we were talking about this earlier. I lived in LA. The rules were different in LA. We're strict there. I mean, we couldn't do anything. You had to wear a mask all the time. Constant, 24/7. You had to wear a mask when you masturbated. Yeah, no, serious. I got busted twice. Listen. Minding my business, doing my thing in the produce section. It's wrong. Cop walks up. Plus, it's Walmart. Don't judge me. I'll be honest with you. I am not the only guy whacking it off in Walmart. It's weird. It's weird to be back out. It's almost like, on some levels, it's almost like nothing happened. You know what I mean? It's almost like the year was sucked away from our lives. You know, isn't it weird because we're back out normal? It's like 2020. 2020 is like a crappy layover in a long, shitty flight. You know what I mean? You're going to Miami. Yeah, we can get you to Miami, but you got to have a layover in 2020. Ugh. How long? 18 months. Ugh. Okay, that joke did just as well as I thought it would. Perfect. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to keep moving along. Well, I will leave it with this. I was confused in LA. I'll be honest with you. I'm looking forward to when there are no more rules. No more rules. I can't take the rules anymore. I can't. It's making me crazy. They change constantly. It's like 1 minute it's like where like stay 6 feet away, then 8 feet away, then you can go out and eat, but you can't go eat. But then you can't eat, but you got to sit down. Well, you got to wear a mask while you're standing, but you're okay down here. You're good here. Stay here. You're not contagious here. Up here, danger, danger. Down here, it's okay. Everything's fine. I got the. It's a sad state of affairs when weathermen are more accurate than the CDC was. So you think that was sad? I couldn't trust him anymore. I was confused. There were so many rules that kept changing. Then it was like wear 2 masks, wear 3 masks. I think there were a bunch of guys standing around the CDC just looking at each other after 9 months going, I bet we can make these fuckers hop on 1 foot for like an hour. Folks, that's my time. Thank you very much. Enjoy the show. Sit down. We have a full evening. This will be a lot of fun. We're going to try not to screw it up horribly. Just to be warned, I screw up a lot. That's all I'm saying. And I'm hosting and I'm running the camera, and I just be prepared for some mistakes. Not from the comics. I brought them to make the show look good. I will make it horribly wrong. Folks, your first guest, very good friend of mine from the South Side of Chicago. He dressed well for the show. I asked him to dress really nice. Give it up for my good friend, Brian Hicks.
Thanks, Lenny. Okay, 2 people got that. That was a professional comedian. How you guys doing? Everybody's good? Everybody? People don't give a shit? Okay, good. I don't care either. Happy to be here. You got the pizza. Good for you guys. I would have ordered that as well. I know Lenny touched on it a little bit. I think we're at a divided country right now. Half of us are vaccinated. Half of us are not. I'm not going to ask you if you are or not. I could look and see who is and who isn't, pretty much. All I'm saying is when people go back to work, it's kind of a mixed signal, right? Because you know the day they decided, hey, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. 2 people showed up for work, right? One guy, he's wearing a mask, got my mask on. Next guy's not wearing a mask. Guy wearing a mask like, hey, what's going on there? Why aren't you wearing a mask? Well, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. Really? How do they know? It's the honor system. Is that right? Are you shitting me? I don't even know why I'm carrying this thing around anymore. That's fun. I do remember the last show I did before the lockdown happened, and this is a beautiful club right here at Zany's in Chicago, Zany's Rosemont, but they're not all like this, all right? I did a hotel. It was 2 nights. And a lot of hotel gigs, they let you stay in the hotel, which is beautiful. Did the show Friday night. Friday night show went well. Saturday morning, I wake up. I go downstairs to have breakfast. I said, where's breakfast? They go right over there. I walk over there. That is the same room that I did comedy in the night before. Which I don't know if you know this about a comedian. That's a blow to a comedian's ego, all right? I come walking in the room. I'm like, hey, that's where I was telling jokes, and now it looks like a waffle maker right over there. That's definitely a waffle maker. Wonder how much he's getting paid, because whatever, you do the show, you take the punches. You got to roll with it. That's what you got to do. Second night, Saturday night, I do the show, good show. I leave for like 10 minutes. I come back in. Now it's a dance club, people. Yeah, I mean, they're getting full entertainment dollar out of this one specific room, I come in, lights flashing, music blasting, people grinding up against each other. I looked at my friend, I go, shit, I don't think I've grinded in like 20 years, right? Yeah. But I was amazed, how fast I just fell right back into it. I was like, hey, oh yeah, who wants some of that? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, apparently that night nobody did, but I don't care. I was out of town. I was staying in a hotel. I had a room, Me and my wife are coming up on our 15-year anniversary, so that's exciting for us. 15 years. Thanks. Yeah. I know that because my daughter is 16, and that's super easy to do the math. We love each other, and if you're in a relationship with somebody you love, a lot of couples there tonight. I'm sure some on the internet. Lenny, are there couples on the internet?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. Couples on the internet. If you're in a relationship with someone you love, you tell that person you love them, especially now after all we've been through, all right? Makes you feel good inside, strengthens the relationship. This happened. I thought about this just the other day. I was walking out of the house. I thought these thoughts. I stopped. I looked at my wife and I was like, hey, I love you. Yeah, she loved that shit, all right? I stopped. I told her. She goes, I love you more. I was like, probably, and... I mean, in my defense, I didn't know we were having a conversation, all right? I was going to shoot some darts, and I thought I was going to buy myself an hour, and she wanted to have a fireside chat. Pick your moments, people. She's used to it. I screw up all the time. It's actually her birthday next week, and I screw up so much, she just made it so simple. She said, listen, all I want is a pedicure, so now I got to learn how to do that. I got everything I need, gloves, gauze, belt sander. I'm ready to go in on this one, nice set of wraparound goggles. Safety first as far as I'm concerned, especially when you're dealing with the feet, Sometimes those things are daggers, yeah. I'm not going to point you out, ladies. You know who you are. All I'm saying is we are in sandal season. Let's clean them up one more time, all right? No, seriously, we tied him up now. We come out strong in August. That's how this works. Not even a toenail expert, all right? I just watch a lot of videos on YouTube. There are a lot of young women out there tonight. I'm sure young women online. Lenny, am I right? Young women online?
Yes.
Yes. If you wear high heels a lot now when you're younger, you are going to have trouble walking when you get older. Do they tell you that when you buy these shoes? Do they tell you that? They should, though, right? That's what the hell I'm saying, lady. They should tell you. Yeah, it's true. I'm not making it up. But then I started putting it all together, and I go, yeah, that makes sense, right? Because you know how everyone's got like a mom or a grandma, and you know how they're always complaining that their feet hurt?
They never said why.
Yeah, no, it's probably because they used to be strippers. I said strippers. Okay. I have children at home. I have twins, boy and a girl, Jake and Jenna. Jake is the boy, and Jake's the most giving, caring, kind-hearted little boy. Jenna, by far, biggest liar I've ever met in my life. Like, I could show her a video of her walking up to Jake, grabbing the iPad, running away. She'd be like, I don't know where you got that, Dad, but that ain't me. One time I came home, there's a bunch of scribble writing on the wall. I started freaking out. I go, who did this? Jenna comes running in from the other room. She's like, Jake did it. I saw him. I'm not supposed to say anything, but it was Jake. I go, really? Because if you look real close right here, kind of looks like it says Jenna was here. And it says class of 2028 on the bottom right there. And you and I both know that Jake sucks at math, and there's no way he could have figured out that problem. Jake never wants to hurt anybody's feelings. That's his deal. He doesn't care. I asked him to go to the store. He's like, I'd like to, but I'm more of a stay-at-home type of kid. He was going to school. I go, hey, how was school? He goes, good. I go, did you learn anything? He goes, yeah, but apparently not enough because I have to go back tomorrow. Jenna, she's the cross the bear right there. She says things to me, I don't know how to handle them. You know, I'm a father, but I'm a comedian too, so sometimes I choose the wrong thing to go with. She came up to me, she goes, hey, Dad, she's 12. She goes, I just want you to know I'm not going to get married right away. She goes, I'm going to date the guy for like 5 months and find out if he's a murderer or not. And I didn't know what to say, but I did want to be encouraging, right? So I said, hey, listen, I think it's great that you have a plan, all right? You may want to rethink that 5 months because if he's any good at what he does, you're probably not going to have that long. Yeah, in the meantime, why don't we cut back on the Lifetime Network for a little while? Huh? Let's just reel that shit in. I give moms credit, though, because moms, I mean, by round of applause, how many moms are here? Lenny, any moms on the internet?
Yes.
Yes. Now, clap if you have or have ever had a mom. Clap if... That's exactly right. You're talking it over. That should be everybody in the room, correct. I give moms credit because you take care of the kids every day, sometimes like 2 and 3 days in a row, and that's outstanding if you ask me. However, anybody ever been there when a mom just loses her shit? Because that could be funny as hell, all right? I mean, it's a timing thing, but it's funny in my house every time it happens. I'll come home and I'll be like, hey, honey, how's it going? You know, she's like, how's it going? Shit. How's it going? I'm done. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm done! I'm like, all right, I could see you had a bad day, and I got your back on this one. I'm going to take care of this right now, all right? Get over here. Yeah, both of you, get over here. Yeah, a fun day, wasn't it? Yeah, I was talking to your mom. Guess what? She's done. She's not going to do it anymore. What's that mean? That means you got to raise yourselves is what it means. That's what am I going to do? I got to go to Kohl's. I got to get a new shirt. I don't have time for this. Lenny,
Yeah.
Is there any people on the internet?
People?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay, very good. That's my time, all right? And I know Lenny said it, but this is truly my time. But I'm willing to take 1 minute of comments. Any comments, Lenny?
With just one, Rachel from one of my Patreon followers wants to know why you didn't ask if there were any strippers online.
Yeah, because that's a great question. Ratio was his name. Was it Ratio?
No, Rachel, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's Ratio, boy.
Her name is Rachel.
Sounded a lot like Ratio when you said it.
It probably was. I can't
Yeah.
talk very fast.
Let me ask Rachel this one question. Is she a stripper?
I knew you were going to ask that question, and let's find out. Because I know her, and I think no. But let's see if she makes a comment.
Well, there's some things about Rachel you don't know, Lenny.
She just unfollowed me.
Yeah, well, there you go. That answers my question. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you, Lenny, for having me on your show. It's awesome.
All right, now for the sake of everyone on YouTube, thanks. Look, you can see me on camera here. Do me a favor, if you're watching the show right now and you're on the internet, like the video, share the video. Do that for me. That really helps the numbers. Apparently that's important to the people at the YouTube. And or booing from the back of the room for some reason. I've never been booed. I only get booed by my daughters. It's a little weird that this is happening now from other comics, but that's fine. Also, subscribe to the channel. Look, if you look below the screen right there, you can click on my face and you can subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, sit back and enjoy the rest of the show. We have more comics coming up. Let's start with this guy. Folks, This guy, his intro, he told me he's been doing comedy forever. Give it up for Tim Benker.
And I told the very first joke. How is everybody? You good? How about a nice hand for Brian Hicks? Brian Hicks, I've seen him naked. That's the only reason why I came to this show tonight. I love him. I love when he does the strip thing. I've lost a lot of singles because of him. Hi. Nice to be here at Lenny Schmidts Quarantine Comedy Live. When he called me up and he asked me to do this, I said, absolutely, I would absolutely want to do it as long as there's a buffet. So I was disappointed with that, but we're glad that all of you are here. I know you all paid a toll to be here, and you're really pissed off about that, but we're glad that you showed up at the show. Everybody here is probably glad that the Rona's over, right? Everybody here is glad. You glad that the Rona's over? Yes, we're all glad. I know who's not. That asshole who has to peel him off the sidewalk all over town. That guy's... And pick up all those masks all over the parking lot, too, when you're done, pal. Yeah. You know, it seems like it went like that when we were in it. Were you scared? Were you scared? No? Me too. How many of you took your temperature 10 times a day? Take your temperature 10 times a day? I did rectally, because I was, if I was going to do it, it was going to be exciting. And you were testing your sense of smell every day? Were you doing that? I was like, oh shit. Oh, thank God. Oh, my God. So glad that that's fine. How many of you worked out of the house? Did you work out of the house? Oh, yeah, working out of the house. My wife is still working out of the house. She's been working out of the house since March of 2020. I repeat, my wife is still working out of the house for 16 freaking months. I actually rented an office 15 miles away. I don't even have a business. I just rented an office 15 miles away, and I sit there and I just hope the phone doesn't freaking ring. It's called marital separation. That's what you call it. I don't want to do this. And you would think, you know, with all this closeness that we'd be playing naked beer pong a lot. Especially with the Rona is over. You guys play naked beer pong? Talk about having sex. Talk about having sex. My wife still has the 6-foot rule in place here at home. She had it up to 12. It's back down to 6 now. But everything's opened up at her. I have no idea why. And I hate to tell tales out of school and everything, but we've been married 25 years, and thank you. And no, you don't have to clap because the years passed and I stood still. So that's what the 25 years of marriage is about. But we still do play naked beer pong, and I'm not afraid to admit that. I use those Magnum condoms, and not in the bedroom. They actually keep the Italian bread fresh for like 4 or 5 days if you store them in there. And if they're lubricated, you don't need butter. So it's kind of an exciting thing when you do that. Lenny, I'm expecting some negative comments about the Trojan Italian bread.
All right, I'll watch out for him.
Watch out for it. And I was editing my show. There's a lot of things that I can't bring. I can't bring up that Asians are bad drivers. I can't bring that up during the show because people will complain. You want to hear what else I can't talk about? No, I can't. Painful rectal itch. That's what I can't talk about. Painful rectal itch. You don't want to say about painful rectal itch. So you guys, there was a lot of stuff that was going on, with the Pride Month. Did you have a good Pride Month? Yeah. Yeah, Lenny was celebrating Pride Month, but he got the letters a little messed up there. I don't know what is C179? What is that? Is that an alternate lifestyle that you have to have sex with almost 180 people? I have no idea what that is.
Whatever it is, it's acceptable now.
It is. It is acceptable. Him, her, it, they will probably love it. That's what I'm thinking about. But where were we? We were talking Pride Month. Pride Month was great. My brother's gay. Thank you. And I was the last one he told in our family. Like I was going to mention it on stage or something. But I love that cocksucker. Anyway, I just want to mention that. Shit, that was one of the things I wasn't supposed to talk about. Lenny! Can you edit that out? I know we're on YouTube, and I just want to make sure we can edit that out. No, Pride Month was a very... You know who actually was big on celebrating Pride Month? Uber. Uber paid tribute to Pride Month. On Pride Day, the day of the parade, for every guy that they picked up in Boys Town, they would rear-end another vehicle. So it was very exciting. You know, I keep looking at the wrong list. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, the people online can't see, but Ruth Bader Ginsburg reappeared. She came back from heaven to see the show here tonight. Just believe me, it looks like her. Would they laugh if I was lying to you people online? Remember, I believe in truth online, and there's so much truth online, so I just didn't want to lie about that. But and the stock market, I played the stock market a lot during the pandemic, and I lost my ass. One thing I did, I bought the AMC stock. That's right, they make the Pacer, and they make the Gremlin. No, the AMC theaters. It's crazy, because these kids who don't know anything about buying, they just bought the stock, and it went from like $20, and it went to $60 a share, which matched their highest ever, and it also matched the price for large popcorn with butter. So, a lot of you are married. I know Brian was talking about marriage. You guys are married. I mentioned that. I don't care. I'm just asking questions. Like I mentioned, we've been married 25 years. It's like. It seems to me like 10 minutes underwater. But she's a lovely. And we have kids, too. I've got a 22-year-old son who goes to Berklee College of Music. Yeah. My son goes to music school because he wants to be a waiter someday. Berklee College of Music costs $55,000 a year. $55,000 a year. I should have busted that guitar when I had the chance. I swear to God. What do I get for my 55 grand? I get to hear Smoke on the Water the rest of my life. Check, please. And I also have my younger son is 18. He was adopted. I don't know if that is, his junk doesn't work. They had to adopt. No, we did adopt. I don't know if you ever looked into adoption, but it's a lot more complicated than kidnapping. Because we tried that too. We were originally going to adopt a highway, but I don't know how to fill a pothole. That one shoe in the middle of the road really pisses me off. So we did adopt a kid. And there's choices. Yes, Ruth, there are choices. And you can get an international baby. We can get an international baby. My wife wanted a Chinese boy. I wanted a 16-year-old Swedish girl. What the hell? She could babysit me once in a while. And my alarm just went off, so that means it's a 2-minute warning, everybody. Stop it. Can we get a 10-year-old to turn this off, please? I can't do this. Stop it. Stop. Lenny, they're going to say he futzed with his phone too much. I think that's what they're going to...
I'm sure that's the first complaint that they're going to have about it.
So, I was going to tell you that I just had a birthday. I'm 59 years old. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's just a number. Just happens to be the same number of times I get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. So I'm going again. And I call my friends who are my age who are going to, hey, you going to pee too? Yeah, me too. Do you have asparagus? Yeah, that's fun when that happens. All right. Talk to you at 4:30, and at 5:15, and 5:45. But birthdays are exciting. You guys want to get old? Yeah. Yes, we don't want it to end now. Yeah. I want to get real old. I want to be able to braid the hair growing out of my ears. That's how old I want to get. I want to be able to drink milk and poop cheese. That's what I want to do. That's how old I want to get. I want to be able to ride the buggy and the Jewel and nobody cares. They're like, oh, okay, he's fine, he's old. I want to be one of the hosts of 60 Minutes. That's how old I want to be, ladies and gentlemen. I want to be the lead singer of the Rolling Stones. That's how old I want to get. I'm done. Thank you very much. Thank you, interwebs.
Tim Benker!
Thank you, interwebs.
Tim Benker, the one and only Tim Benker. Everybody give him a round of applause right there. That's the guy.
Thank you very much.
All right, man. I'm going to say hello to some people that are watching the show. First of all, the interweb wants to thank Tim for keeping it on the cleaner side. Thank you, Tim. That was really cool. So really appreciate that. We have people that watch the show on a regular basis, and they like to make comments on YouTube, and a lot of times I'll reach out and say hello to all of my Patreon followers, or many of them. And we have Keith Runyon here again, Brenda Runyon, both. There's a couple, married couple for you. Give them a round of applause. Larry Warden is here, all the way from Romeo, although he grew up across the street from that guy. The Mulligans. Also, by the way, we have Patreon members in the house, in the room. We have followers of the show. Shauna Johnston is here, sitting right in front of me. Give her a round of applause. Robbie Davis is sitting behind me. And Donna, how do you say your last name? Donna Bittner is here. Give Donna a round of applause. As they tune in, those folks have tuned into almost every single show I've done on the intraweb over the last year. So they've been very great and very supportive. And now coming to the stage, I am honored to bring this guy up here. I've worked with him on cruise ships and met him. We traveled the world. We drank at every bar in every country and every port you could possibly think of. This show's made up of a bunch of people that have been on the show over the year. Vince is the only guy on the show tonight that literally canceled me at the last minute. So, folks, give it up for my good friend, Vince Acevedo!
He's such an asshole. My name is Vince Acevedo. I will be your Puerto Rican comic this evening because I had a full racial quota on a Wednesday, so gracias. Super excited to be here. Me and Lenny work on a lot of cruises, and I kind of feel like this is a cruise crowd. Some people know what I'm making fun of. It's mostly me and Lenny. Not because it's an older crowd, but mostly because it's an older crowd. No, not you, ma'am, but everybody else. No, very excited to be here. Just real quick, just for the simple fact that Lenny's making fun of me because after everything shut down, right? As comedians, all the comedians are here are fantastic, and this is what we do to make a living. But when everything shut down, most of us were like, what are we supposed to do? So some of us prostituted. Others sold drugs. I'm sure Lenny, being in LA, sold a lot of weed. But now that everything is starting to open up again, we just started taking bookings no matter what. And I took 2 bookings today, and Lenny had me booked on this show, and I called him maybe like 18 hours ago. I was like, Lenny, I'm so sorry. I took a booking, and I double booked myself. I apologize. He's like, no, I just paid for the flyer already and paid for the advertisements. No big deal. Just fucking rate me. I was like, oh, all right. I'm going to cancel the other guy, and I'm going to show up. And now I'm here for all 17 people.
Touche.
Oh, it's a Zorro racist reference. Thank you, sir. No, I couldn't be happier. I haven't seen Lenny in a couple years. We work on the cruise ships together, just like he said. And one of our best stories together ever is the fact that, and this is kind of going behind the curtain, it was myself, Lenny, another comic who we didn't enjoy. So it was, and you're laughing too. What a fucker. Myself, Lenny, and then there was a couple guys from a group called Howl at the Moon. Who are you here with that's laughing very furiously? What's your name, love? Rosa. Rosa? So much easier. Navid, you're a jerk off. How do you kids know each other? Met a long time ago. Are you just friends? Is this too much pressure for you guys right now? A little bit? Are any of you guys dating anybody? Single. What do you? You've been together for a long time? Together. Oh, a couple together. Okay. And now you guys are just separate but hanging. You guys are like a set of balls. All right. So somebody caught the balls reference. All right, very good. They're separate but still together, just kind of waving at each other from between the schlong. Good. I love the embarrassment that's going on right now. I love it. My nipples are a little hard because I'm so excited. So you guys are just hanging. You guys broke up and you guys are like, we're still friends. A little sexual tension in that answer, ma'am. That's dope. No idea of reconciliation or anything? Maybe there's a chance? I'm trying to bring you guys back together right now. It's up to you to decide if you want to be in love.
Hey, join our kid.
Join your kid? You guys have a kid together?
Yeah.
No, I'm all for it. Listen, I'm already paid. I don't give a shit what happens right now. Is it your child or your child? You know what I'm talking about. Hers. Okay. Boy or girl? Girl. How old is the child? 13. All right. Navith, you answered kind of aggressively. All right, dope. What do you do for a living? I'm a medical courier. So you sell drugs? On the side? Oh, shit. Is there anybody here looking for glaucoma medicine? There's probably at least 7 of you based off of the looks of the crowd. What do you do for a living, Rosa? She's like, I smoke it. What's your job? Sell auto parts. You guys have such a Ponzi scheme going on right now. It's ridiculous. You have the drugs, you put it in her trunk, and then you sell it. What company do you work for? Yes, you can. It's going to be like O'Reilly's or AutoZone. No, you said it too. You're such a clown. All right. What location? Because we're going to show up for free brake pads tomorrow. We're going to give you a dime bag. You're going to be like, free ceramic brake pads everywhere. Like even the anti-vaxxers. We love brakes, though. All right, that's super dope. I actually just, I'm sure I only have a couple minutes left, and that's it. Correct, Lenny?
I'm not timing you. I was depending on you, and I realized that was a mistake.
I should have went to my other show. You're such an asshole, bro. That's good. God, I miss that guy so much. There's just so much ball breaking on the cruise ships, man, but it's in such a good way. You've been on, sir, I feel like we've seen each other on the ships quite a...
We've been on a ship. I'm trying to figure out which are the piano players that you're getting drunk with.
All of them. Every musician is getting drunk or doing drugs. Not in that order either. Norwegian more so, correct?
Right.
So
That's Steve and Jerry. I didn't see you guys from the stage. Steve?
Yes.
Hi. It's Steve and Jerry Reisman. Give Steve and Jerry Reisman a round of applause, please.
yeah! He said it's Wisman. As I was just, I've been married since 2017. Just had my first child in February of last year, which is super exciting. Yeah, the parents looking at each other. No, it's really not. Do you have any children, sir? I have a stepson. You have a stepson? All right, dope. 13? 26. Oh, what an asshole. Does your son like him? Yeah? Absolutely. Do you like the stepson? Yeah. Good kid. This is quick answers. You're like, please, let's move on, because I fucking hate him. Super dope. Mom, what is your name, dear? Wendy. And? Rich. Richard. Yep. Ricardo. Sorry? I get it. Well done, Ricardo. I can't wait to slash your tires in the parking lot. Richard, do you ever go by the other term for your name? No, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, what am I talking about? Dick. Said it very strong, and that's not what I meant, but that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to get out of here. There was actually, I did another show, and I did a guest spot here. There was a gentleman who was a bodybuilder. He was here with his girlfriends. His name is Richard Hunter. Only a few people know exactly what I'm... This guy was, I promise you, this guy was massive. Like, he was built like a mountain. But Richard Hunter... Some of you don't understand that his real name is Dick Hunter. No, it wasn't even stereo. Well, maybe it was, but I'm sure he's got a package somewhere. No. He was, well, maybe he was, ma'am. For somebody who doesn't go to the doctor often, you know a lot about this penis size. No, Dick Hunter was a massive dude. Now it sounds like a gay date. Anyway, listen, this has been a lot of fun. I'm super happy to have just been a part of this for a few minutes. Lenny, thank you so much for having me a part of this. I would love to ask if anybody had any comments, but I hope not.
No, we're good. No, we're good. No questions for you, Vince.
No, that's fucked up. Ricardo comes on. Nobody has any questions. Do you have any questions, Lenny, before I leave?
I don't. Does your watch work?
And good night, everybody. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much. Good night.
Folks, that's Vince Acevedo. Give a round of applause, please. Nice big round of applause. This may not mean much to you, but it means much to me. We have more viewers on YouTube than we do in this room. Yes! Yes! I'm somebody. Yeah, all right, folks. Well, let's just keep the show moving along. What do you say? Let's get to this. Folks, this next guy will be here this weekend with me all weekend long, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. He is the host of his very own podcast called The 40-Year-Old Boy. Give it up for the one, the only, Mike Schmidt, right here!
You should definitely stop the applause before I get to the stage. That's fantastic. I don't blame you. Don't want to get me cocky early in the show. How are you? Hi? Hi. What's happening? Hi, B? B? I don't know what B means. Hi. I have not been on stage in 3 years, so enjoy this fucking show. This is going to be great. I hate my shirt. I'll tell you that right now, but this is the shirt you buy when a bat steals a year of your life and you put on all of the weight in the fucking world. I put on 93 pounds during the pandemic. That's a 7th grader. Because you know what? Don't give me permission to eat and do nothing, because I will fucking seize it. I just hung out at my house and climbed into a noodle coffin. I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. Carbs and chocolate and chips and oh my God. It's like, literally, I couldn't have gotten fatter unless I had moved into Willy Wonka's house for a year. That's really the... I'm back here. I live in California, but I came back here. I saw a billboard on driving here. Apparently Dunkin' Donuts now has avocado toast. Don't. Really. Just don't pretend you're healthy. You've made your bones on swill and frosting. That's how you make all of your money. Avocado. I don't think even it's legally acceptable to bring a vegetable into Dunkin' Donuts. I don't think you can do that. Try it. Walk in with a carrot. It'll shrivel up like an old man's cock in a wave pool. Good luck. I came to town. I had to rent a car. I don't know if you're familiar with the rental car industry these days, but they also didn't take the pandemic very well. This is completely true. I read that. Look, first of all, fuck the pandemic, because here's one thing it did do. It exposed this country for what it is, and it's a sham. And I don't mean that in some patriotic way, but I mean, some of us live check to check, some of us live week to week, and we always think that it's better on the other side, and then the fucking bat fell in the soup, and everybody went, holy shit, the whole world lives check to check. Everything. America is just that town at the end of Blazing Saddles that they raid, and then it all falls down to the ground. Here's what the rental car companies did. The pandemic came, so nobody could travel, so nobody's renting cars. So you'd think they'd be liquid. You think Joe Hertz would have some money in the bank, don't you? Don't you think Bob Avis would have some cash in reserve? Oh, no. So you know what they did? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to sell all of our cars during the pandemic so we have some money. Apparently, no one over there at Steve Enterprise thought to themselves, you know, this might end someday. And people might want to use our goods and services again. But they didn't replenish their stock. So now the pandemic has ended and people need cars. And you type in any sort of car rental place that it just says, fuck you. That's all it says right on the page. I'm not kidding, man. It's $110 to rent a fucking car. That's insane. I went to Budget rental car. That is just the Cabrini Green of fucking car rental places. I went to Budget rental car, and literally a guy, he's on a screen, he just goes, you know what, we have a Yugo, it's $140 a day. You want it? Cool, you can book it, press that button, but I got news for you, 3 other guys want it, so just show up at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're gonna crack a Q stick in 3 pieces and see who really wants this fucking car. I rented my car through Turo. Do you know what Turo is? Turo is another nail in the coffin of America. It is a rental car company that is essentially an Airbnb for cars. Like you people, normal people, can just rent their fucking car. And it is just as awful as you would think it would be. I rented a car from some guy who, he had like 9 vowels in his name. I'm not sure. I didn't even know an iChart could own a car, but he did, certainly. So I rent this from this guy, and it's $52 a day for a Kia Niro, which I think he built himself. But it's $50 a day for him, but then Turo gets a cut, and then there's insurance that they want, and the insurance is like we have 3 levels of insurance. We've got the no-frills insurance with a $3,000 deductible. We've got the middle insurance for $125 a week, or we have the greatest insurance in the world for $275 with no deductible whatsoever. And there's part of me, because it's just another guy renting me the car, that wants to take no insurance and just fucking slalom through town and bang the shit out of it and have him try to chase me for the money, because as the pandemic taught us, there are no rules anymore. Good luck suing me 3 U's and an umlaut. You're not gonna fucking find me in California. So I rent the car, it's $400 for 5 days with the insurance. And then I get a note from him this morning. I'm supposed to pick the car up this morning at 10, and I get a note from him, and he just goes, excuse me, there is damage on the vehicle from the previous rider. Can I interest you in a Kia Forte? And because now I just think it's the guys from F9 stealing cars from any sort of lot and just passing them. How many Kias do you have in this fucking palace of yours, man? I turn down the Forte and I go, no, I'll take the Niro, thank you, just because I don't even think it exists. I want you to prove its existence to me, that's it. So I rent the Niro, and then he writes me back. He wrote me 4 emails, because yesterday I was traveling. I got no time to talk to fucking iChart. He's like, boom, maybe, oh, it could be. And then he writes me back, and he's like, all right, never mind, I fixed it. What could you possibly fix? So I wrote him a note, and I said, look, so tell me what's happening. He goes, oh, we're good for tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. So I got to meet him at a gas station. That's a wonderful transaction. I don't even think it's his car at that point. He's just like, yeah, it's the blue one. It's the blue one right over there. Yeah, the blue one. It's doors open. Hop in. The guy's getting coffee. Hop in. So I meet the dude, and he's like, hey, man, someone smoked in the car. So the last person smoked, and so but I went and they changed the cabin filters, so it should be okay. I'm like, man, you got no idea how smoke works. Nobody's blowing their smoke into the glove compartment, you fucking jag off. No, it's in the car, man. And I hate smoke. I just not a fan. So I went, all right, whatever. He goes, well, here's what you should do. You should put the air conditioning on and run it for like an hour, and then it should be okay. And I don't have what am I? I don't have no fucking time to do this. So I open the car, and I am shocked that Spicoli didn't fall out of it. I got to be honest. This person absolutely was dying of cancer and wanted to feel okay in their final hours in the Niro. Just took the edge off with a bong as big as the fucking passenger seat, because... And I laughed, because I'm like, I don't care about weed smoke. Like, cigarette smoke would make me sick, but weed smoke, now I got to drive around in Snoop's ball sack for the next week. That's fine. I don't know. During the pandemic, all the billionaires in the world made a ton of money. I don't know if you saw this. I don't know if you saw this. What am I, stupid? I don't know if you saw this in the news. When you had nothing to do but sit in your house and read the fucking news. I saw that Jeff Bezos from Amazon, he's worth $200 billion now. $200 billion. That is, man, that's a lot of zeros, $200 billion. And part of me is like angry that he's worth $200 billion, but then part of me is like, oh my God, I love Amazon so much. I don't care how much money he gets. Give that little bald fuck all the money in the goddamn world. Because yes, I'm a union guy. I grew up in a union town. And I know they exploit their drivers, and I know they make people piss in juice bottles to get packages to people on time. But God damn it, sometimes you need a spatula by 6 o'clock p.m. And if I can sit in my house and jerk off in my boxer briefs and just clap my hands like a fucking king and have a guy bring me a whisk, I'm gonna do it, goddammit. Amazon, it's just insane. I don't know how they do it. How do they do it? Part of me wants to order something and hide. And hope they find me. Just crawl out of a heat vent somewhere. Yeah, here you go. What? What? And now Bezos wants to go to space. He's worth $200 billion. Why he wants to go? Why are you going to space? Why? You're the king of the earth. You're fine here. Buy Greece. Build a fence around it. Nobody will bother you. Buy fucking Greece. There's no reason to go to space if you're a billionaire. I don't understand it. He's going to space. You know, I'll tell you what. I've watched movies. You know what's in space? Fangs. Tentacles. You think they're going to want you in space? They had one good guy in space. They sent him here and we threw him in a plastic fucking bag. Come on. He only wanted to use the phone. We put him in a fucking hefty sack. But he's going to space. And Richard Branson's going to space. He's another one, another billionaire. And Elon Musk wants to go to space. And you can only see these billionaires fleeing to space so many times before you think to yourself, is this a childhood dream or a hasty escape? What do we have going on here? Do they know something we don't? Have they possibly strip mined this country and this world from, well, they have no more raw materials, so now they're going to go fuck with the moon? That's my goal. I want to be fuck with the moon rich. How great would that be? Bezos, $200 billion. That's people buying rich, right? That's plantation seersucker suit rich. I hid behind food during the pandemic, and I had lived a little bit like a rich guy, because you know what, it seemed like for a year nothing mattered. We didn't give a fuck. Do whatever you want. I went to Lenny's house for Thanksgiving, and I ordered a pie. And I'm ordering food, and I saw a pie on this website. It was a cherry frangipane pie. Oh, I gotta bite that. Oh, I want that in my fucking, I don't even know what frangipane is. I'm shoving it in my mouth. Not discerning at this point. Again, a bat stole a year of my life. So I put the cherry frangipane pie in the cart, and then I get a few other things. I think I got a catfish sandwich for no reason. Not even joking. He and I split it. I didn't even dude, if you're ordering a catfish sandwich a day in advance, get a fucking therapist. What are you doing, man? So I put this pie in the fucking cart, and then I go to check out, and the price of the stuff that I bought didn't seem to match the stuff that I bought. Because I've had high-end pies. You know, they'd go to a nice place, fuck Marie Callender's, but you go to a nice bakery or something, $15, maybe $25 for a pie. This cherry frangipane pie was $50. Not even 50, 50. This is a $50 pie. And I think it says everything you need to know about me at 53 years of age, that I got sticker shock from a fucking pie. I'll walk on that. Thanks, guys.
Yeah!
Appreciate it. Take
Mike
care.
Schmidt, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, that's Mike Schmidt right there. He got 2 comments from the interweb. One was Vince Mulligan, one of my followers, said he went to Toro and he got a riding lawn tractor. And the other is Mike Schmidt is killing it, and that's from someone in the room right there. So give Mike another round of applause, please. Folks, we're going to keep this moving along, man. Please, this next guest you might recognize. He was on the show just recently, a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks. He was on the Drew Carey Show and Malcolm in the Middle. Give it up, my good friend, Nick Gaza, right here, folks. Nick Gaza, the one and only.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, please be nice to me. I get very nervous in front of 10 people. There are more people painted on the walls than in the show right now.
That's funny.
And look at them. They're actually having a better time. Except for Robin Williams. Oh, oh, see, because he killed himself. That's not nice. You liked me a second ago, and then I did the Robin Williams thing. You're like, oh, that was sad. Oh, well. I love being back in Chicago. I love being in Chicago. You know why I love Chicago, sir? You know why I love it here? Because in Chicago, people my size are considered healthy. That's right. In Los Angeles, I have a weight problem. In Chicago, I'm a fucking athlete. People come up, what do you play football? You a football player? Not even on my Wii. I get winded. My thumbs hurt. I love being a comic. I love it, sir. I love being a comedian. You know why? Because I'm lazy. It's a good job for a lazy guy, right? Comedian, I get paid to talk. That's a good gig, you know? Because there's a lot of jobs I can't do being lazy, you know? I can't be like an army guy. Don't get me wrong, I have no problem shooting and killing someone. But if I have to march 20 miles to do it, fuck. We're just gonna have to learn to live in peace. You know? I'll try and kill him. I'll send him some poison cupcakes or something. But my ass ain't getting out of that tent. In fact, the only way they could ever convince me to join the Army is the Army had drive-bys. You know? I'll shoot your ass from the back of a Cadillac. But I'm not walking through sand to kill anyone. I don't even like walking through sand to get to the beach. I'm like, hey, what time is high tide? I'll wait. I actually been to Afghanistan 3 times. People go, oh, were you entertaining the troops? No, I have a fucking summer cottage there. Because people are stupid. Not you guys, not you guys, everyone else. Anybody here in the service, military? Any military? Anybody? No? What are you all fucking Amish or something? Nobody? Not one? Hiding behind other fighters? You gotta be tough when you're there. Are you tough, sir? Fuck no. You're like, not me. I like air conditioning and alcohol. I don't wanna go. Even I had to be tough when I was there because you're young guys. You land at a base, an 18-year-old kid comes up and like, hey, you wanna shoot a machine gun? You gotta be like, fuck yeah, man, let's shoot a machine gun. Another kid, hey, you wanna fire a cannon? You gotta be like, fuck yeah, let's fire a cannon. So one kid comes up and goes, hey, you wanna throw some hand grenades? And in my head, I'm like, fuck no. I've dropped shit before. For no reason. Yeah. And those guys are young and in shape. They drop a hand grenade. They could run away. All I could do is push some guy on it and walk away. Way to go, hero. We'll name a school after you. That's a fair trade. I was the only fat guy in the whole country, and they let me know it too. Because we're there, we live with the soldiers. We eat with them, we sleep with them. There's a sergeant and a chow line. He tells everyone that walks through, he goes, take all you want, but eat everything you take. Take all you want, but eat everything you take. The guy looked at me, he goes, have a nice day. That's not nice, lady. That's not nice. That's not nice. And they have these showers, these metal showers. They're this wide. I have to put butter on my side just to get in the son of a bitch, right? And the shower heads come straight down on you, right? Straight down. Every shower I've taken in my life comes at an angle, right? These things come straight down. Yeah, I was there for 3 weeks. Yeah, for 3 weeks I walked around with soap all over my balls. You can't ask your army buddy for help with that. Hey, pal, can you pull while I push or push while I pull? But I've been farting bubbles for 3 weeks. Don't laugh, lady. It ain't easy having big, hairy, soapy balls in the desert. You ladies have no idea how hard it is just to have balls. You ever see a guy walking, he does this move? Right? I was there for 3 weeks. My balls were stuck together like 2 gummy bears in a fat kid's pocket. Don't laugh, lady. You don't know. You never hear a woman going, Helen, how's your vagina? Stuck like a mousetrap. Give me an air hose. It's the lips going. I just got, is that me? Really? I shut this thing off. I just got a new phone. I don't know how to use it or anything, sorry. I'm old. I am old. I'm starting to get, and you know how you're getting old? When they're starting to swing low, sweet chariot. You know what I'm talking about, right, sir? No one ever tells you about that as a man, do they? No, they don't. We hear our whole life that women's breasts are going to sag, but no one ever tells you the boys are packing their bags and moving to Florida. The other day, I jumped in my car and sat on my own balls. Oh! They're low, lady. Lower than you're thinking. Let's just say if I hang upside down, I can't see. They're low. My Indian name is Lo Sacagawea. They're low. Did you ever shave your balls, man? You ever shave your balls? Do you know that, sir? The young guys, they shave their fucking balls. Yeah, I did mine last week on accident. Yeah, I was cutting the grass and I backed up. 'Cause they're low! That concludes low ball portion of my act. Lady, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'll work on some more low ball humor for you for next time. My grandpa's are so low he could play hacky sack with his. Get out of here, Grandpa. Oh, I grew up in East Chicago, Indiana. My dad was a cop there. I'm too lazy to be a cop because I would shoot anyone that looked like they could outrun me. That means I'd shoot all you fuckers. Maybe not that guy, but everybody else is getting shot. We look like we could be cops together, you and I, don't we? We could have a bad cop show. It could be called Donut and Holes. You could be donut or holes, I don't care. As long as we make the same money, I really don't care which part I play. My dad's dead now, so we can make fun of him. Otherwise, he'd come here and beat all our asses for teasing him. He didn't mess around. My grandma, too. I moved back. I see my family all the time. My grandma, she's 98 years old. She only says two things. I take care of her a lot because I don't work in the daytime, right? So I'm with her a lot, and she only says two things. I'm cold. I want to die. I know, sad, right? I'm cold. I want to die. So being a good grandson, I thought I'd help her out. Last week, I locked her in a hot car with the windows up. I came back 4 hours later. I opened the door. She went, I'm cold. Got to have fun, right, sir? What's your name, sir? Steve, got to have fun, right, Steve? You know why I believe that, Steve? Because you never know when you're going to die, right? You don't know. You don't know. That bump on your head might not be a pimple. You could pop that right to aneurysm city. You're like, honey, I can't reach. Can you? Ugh. Then you're dead. No more fun. So I thought about how I want to die. You know how I want to die, lady? I want to be suffocated. Yeah, by the tits of a stripper. And if I could be driving a go-kart when it happens, those are my two favorite things in the world, go-karts and strippers. In fact, I'm going to move to Rosemont and open up a go-kart strip club. I'm going to call it Humpers and Bumpers. You want a job, lady? I don't care which side. You want to work on the strip club or the go-karts? It don't matter to me. They made fun of you, called you Ruth Ginsburg. That wasn't nice, huh? Remember when he said that? Yeah, you want me to beat the fuck out of that guy, lady? I'll do it. What's your relationship, you two?
I think after 45 years, we've been married.
So you're yeah. I'm the same way. I've been dating the same girl for 30. Yeah, sure, give him a round of applause. That's a nice audience. That's the biggest round of applause anybody got yet tonight. Look, you made even Robin Williams is happy. You're a very sensitive audience, aren't you? I bet Jimmy cracked corn, you people cared. I bet that happened. I've been dating the same girl for 30 years. 30 years. People say, what's it like to date someone for 30 years? I said, well, did you ever lease a car and you put way too many miles on it so you can't turn it in? But you know too much about it so you don't want to buy it? It's like, yeah, that transmission's going to drop any day. And you know about transmission, her vagina. That's what I meant by transmission. This is the show, lady. I don't shoot rockets out my ass, okay? If I could, would I be here? I'd be in Vegas right now. All of me. Why not take all of me? Zoom! Can't you see? That one was a dud, lady. They all can't be giant rockets out my ass. Sometimes the wicks get wet. That was going to be my big closer. I wanted to go out on a big laugh, instead out on a dud with a wet ass joke. Thanks, lady. Thanks a lot. Who the hell is so tall here? All right, I think that's it, Lenny.
That's Nick Gaza, folks. Come on, round of applause.
Thank you so much.
Give it up for him. Very funny, talented man. You can catch him this winter at the Vic. He's got a one-man show about balls. Check that out. That'll be a lot of fun. It'll be really entertaining. Hey, also, for the year, if you're on the interweb, our internet audience has doubled since the last time I mentioned it. They've doubled, folks. Yeah. People are watching the show. I think it was all talk about Bowles and Robin Williams that drew them. That's good. That's awesome. Also, we've only had a couple of mistakes. I got to own my mistakes. First of all, I missed a camera cue, and the first minute or two of Mike's set is literally a shot of my foot. So, yeah. But you can hear him. You can hear him, but you just see my foot. That's all. Also, there's a streaming issue that happened. You guys don't notice this, but the internet, if you're on the internet, we lost the feed. A little bit here and there. It froze up a little bit more. Actually, when Vince Acevedo was on, it froze completely for about 5 minutes. So we've only got 37 minutes of Vince Acevedo. So we'll have to deal with that. Folks, your next guest coming to this, my next guest, your next guest. I sound like Bill Brady. You like tutor time. It's tutor time, by the way. Folks, this young lady, I have probably worked with her more than anyone and longer than anyone on the bill. I've been on her show. She's been on my show. It's all kinds of stuff. She's very talented, wonderful woman, the hardest working woman in show business I know. And you might hear her on WCPT radio. Give it up for my good friend Patti Vasquez is right here. The one and only Patti Vasquez.
Hi. Oh my God. Will you do me a favor? I have known Lenny Schmidt for over 25 years. Please thank him. Give a big round of applause for doing this tonight. And I mean, here's the thing. When everything's shut down, I mean, comics are like, oh, what do we do now? And we were in our basements and closets and living rooms. My mother, we live with my mom, and I have a green screen, and she would just stand on the outside of the green screen watching shows going, how's it going? My mom's from Mexico. I should probably tell you that, first of all. That sounded weird. But we are trapped in this, and so it's wonderful to be out again, to see everybody. I'm thrilled to be here because I daydream when I drive. Yeah. No, I'm driving. I'm like, holy shit, I'm driving. I totally forgot. I got here and I was thrilled. I was like, okay, this is where we're supposed to be. I will get places and be like, I have absolutely no idea how this happened. I will see a news report of a hit-and-run accident and think, was I at that intersection? Go outside, look at the car. No, I'm fine. I prefer driving over flying. I'm not looking forward to flying again because you get trapped in that, trying to find the best deals, trying to see where you can save money. And you will invariably end up thinking you can get a good deal with Spirit Airlines. You've all tried it. You know when you get on a plane and they've already charged you, like, join our club for $9 so we can charge you $800 for checked bags. When you get on the plane and they charge for both sides of the seatbelt, you know you're screwed. At some point during the flight, the captain comes around and passes his hat for a safe landing. And I know why they call it Spirit Airlines, because when they give the emergency instructions, they're like, in case of emergency, we're all gonna die. Even the plane knows. Even the plane knows. This is what it sounds like when it pushes away from the jetway. That's a plane that doubts itself. That is a plane that is telling you exactly how it feels. Don't make me go. We're not gonna make it. I I don't miss flying. I just don't. I mean, and I loved being home with my family. Look, if you're gonna be on lockdown, I really hope that you liked them before it happened. Because all of a sudden you're like, oh, we're not going anywhere. And I have 2 beautiful boys, and it's still weird for me to say I'm a mom, right? I'm a mom, you know? I mean, I don't know how it happened. I know how it happened. It's just the whole, like in completion, it just seems so weird. I mean, well, to be fair, I was trying to keep my head from hitting the corner of a coffee table at the time. That's really how I got pregnant. Seriously, I was like, oh, you're great. Seriously, you're fantastic. Could you hurry up? I'm losing consciousness. And I kind of feel proud because I stuck it out and I have my 17-year-old, right? Like that's a good memory. And it was just easier to keep going than to stop and start again. I don't know if you've ever been in that situation where you're in a lot of pain, but you figure, I'll just ride this out. They should be done any minute now. Oh, I'm the only one. Just you don't have to say anything. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to admit anything. And I don't want the guys to worry. Believe me, we are always screaming because you are fantastic. Not because you're on our hair and we can't get out. That's not why. I remember one time I cramped my leg like all the way down to my toes. And I was like, I wasn't even using that foot. How did that happen? A little creative. And then I figured, well, it's okay. If I limp later, he will be so proud of himself, won't he? No, sweetie, you were fantastic. I better stretch next time, big boy. You really tore this up. I actually just celebrated, I know you didn't applaud for Tim for 25 years. I just celebrated my 21st wedding anniversary last week. And thank you. My husband is incredible. He is a sweet man. I actually asked him one time, because my husband's an introvert. He's a very measured guy. Like, he makes lists before he makes decisions. And I'm a little, I don't think that's, I don't think that's a mystery. I'm a little, and I asked him one time, I said, because I have to imagine he had to have weighed the pros and cons of asking me to marry him. So I just asked him one time, I remember it was maybe 5 years in, I go, why did you think this is going to be a good idea? And he said, you know what? Being with you is like a storm chaser. And I never know when a Category 4 is going to touch down. But the camera is always ready, and I've got a story to tell. And sometimes I do see him face down in a ditch. That's weird. He's a very sweet man. He's the right partner. He's a great father. Like I said, we have 2 boys. And it's funny when I say I'm a mom sometimes, because I travel. When we do go places, I mean, Nick was talking about Los Angeles, and someone came up to me, they go, you look good for having kids, right? As though if I didn't have children, well, then you would have no excuse for the way you look, lady. I don't understand. I feel okay. I mean, it takes a little more work. And here's the thing, like all the years before I had kids, I hated the way I looked. It started in high school. I remember looking in the mirror and hating my thighs. That's where I remember it starting, was my thighs. And I have really big thighs. I don't know why I had to show you how big they are, but there they are. That's why I'm wearing a dress, because I can't all jeans are like low rise, ultra low rise. You should shave that rise. And I like dresses because it's just comfortable and a little flowy. That's all. And yeah, but I have big thighs, and I was a sprinter and a softball player in high school. So I had big quads, and I wish someone had said, you have big thighs because you are powerful, you are strong. That's what we need to tell young people, is that the way you look is part of who you are. There's something that got you here. But you know what? Now I look at myself and I still see it. I still see those big quads and teeny tiny ankles. I realized I am basically built like a quarter horse. It's true. I am fast out of the gate, but I cannot go the distance. I'm good for maybe a block or 2. That's all I got. Every time I go running, I want to go stopping. That's all I've got. And I now that it's not going to get better. This is it. This is the body I have. So now when I look in the mirror, I don't say I love my thighs, but I'm like, all right. That's what it'll have to be, because I read about how women, there are girls that starve themselves because they want something called a thigh gap, which means that they can't. I love a thigh gap. girls' legs. Yay for girls starving themselves. Or you have a thigh gap and you're proud of it, and yay you, I guess. I don't think that young women understand the anatomy, and here's where the guys are all taller. There we go. I don't, like, if in order to have a thigh gap, it's not that your thighs need to be smaller, it's actually that your hips have to be wider in order for your thighs not to be near each other. And I'll tell you something, not only do my thighs rub against each other, but if I run too fast, I'm gonna burst into flames. There will be Girl Scouts with sticks and a marshmallow going, I think it's happening. No, I haven't worn corduroy since I was in 3rd grade. That's not safe for anybody. And here's the thing, like, in order for me to have a thigh gap, my feet, like here, right here, how far apart are my feet? Would you say about a foot? Right? You can't see it, right? Right about there. It's about a foot. My thighs are touching. It's true, I can feel it. Little ruts touching. Here, right there. That's how far apart my feet had to be to have a thigh gap. Is that hot? Is that sexy? That's hot. No, I was gonna wear Spanx tonight, but the problem with wearing Spanx is that I basically feel like a can of biscuits the whole time. So you just pop me open, all the rolls come out. So this is the best. And I know that Nick was talking about, I seriously had in my head, there's a comic named Mike Toomey who has a similar, like, he talks about, do your boobs hang low? And I was like, do your nuts hang low? Can you tie them in a bow? Sorry. I couldn't help myself. I was like, but that's the thing, is your body changes as you get older. Like, I breastfed both of my boys, and this guy came up to me after a show. He's like, so, like, when you're breastfeeding, like, how much bigger do they get? Like, are they a lot bigger? Are they a little bigger? Like, how much bigger? I'm like, I'm gonna stop you right there, because they get longer. I went from a 34C to a 38 long. And here's why. Because when you breastfeed, they get heavy. And I know they get heavy because I weighed them, which is not easy to do. I had to use the produce scale at the grocery store. And I'll tell you right now, digital is way easier to use, because that hanging basket, you gotta get a ladder, you gotta get somebody involved. We're on last call, everybody. Everyone at their last. Here's the thing, like, I'm so excited to be out and enjoying and having drinks with everybody. I just enjoy. Please take care of your wait staff. Please take care of your server tonight. It has been such a long, hard year. These are folks that we sort of dismiss. Like, I used to wait tables, all the lights were on, and I sucked. Before I became a comic, I had 40 different jobs. And I just found my Marshall Fields ID, my member since 1999. That's how long I've been working in retail and customer service. So please take care of your wait staff, because I was terrible when I worked in customer service. I used to leave my job in the middle of the day and not show up again. Oh yeah, I'm afraid to go into some restaurants because I'm pretty sure I still work there. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. You're gonna love the
Patti
rest of the show. Okay, thank you
Vasquez!
very much.
Round of applause for Patti Vasquez, everybody. Come on, nice round of applause for the one and only. There you go. Good call. Good call. The only comments on here watching, a lot of people are making comments. So far, Nick was up. Everybody was talking about balls. Now the women are talking about their boobs. So we've covered all the physical bases, I think, here on the show. That was Patti Vasquez. Also, she is correct. I know, first of all, are you happy to be out in public again doing a show or seeing a show? Give a round of applause. You know who's happier than you? The staff. Give them a round of applause. Miranda, your waitress, the bartender, Mike backstage. Make sure you take care of them like Patti said. No mistakes so far. So I didn't make any mistakes there. I made one mistake. When I brought Patti up, I said that on the list tonight, she's the one I've known the longest and worked with the longest. I forgot about my brother. So my apologies to my brother Mike, who's here somewhere, who's probably pissed off going, you asshole. So, folks, let's wrap this show up. Let's keep it going. This guy also I've known for many, many years. He was on the show quite some time ago. He has his own podcast, and you can catch him on radio all over WGN. You can catch him in Milwaukee. Give it up for my good friend, the one and only Mr. Brian Noonan, right here. Here he is. Well, Brian Noonan.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. Thanks, Lenny. Give Lenny another round of applause for putting this whole shebang together. I know you guys have been here for 12 hours. You're tired of clapping. I don't blame you. I'm tired of hearing people ask you to clap, but I did it anyway because I don't care. How are you? You guys look like you've been at the telethon for 37 hours. You just want me to wheel out a little kid and sweat through my bow tie. Are you okay? Everything all right? I feel good. I am happy to be out. Lenny was just asking if everybody was happy to be out. I'm like a dog that got out of the yard for the first time. Man, I'm running into traffic. I'm chasing squirrels. I'm humping strangers' legs. Sir, thanks for wearing shorts up front. I am gonna, man, you are gonna be my bitch later. It's very exciting. Lenny, if any scintillating questions come on during the program, please don't hesitate to ask.
Just throw them right out in the middle of the show?
Just throw them, because I have nothing to say.
Okay.
And everything's been said so far. All my ball material is gone. My boob material is taken, so I have nothing to talk about. That's not true. I'm in a good mood, ma'am. I seem in a good mood, don't I? Yeah, you know why? I'm drunk as hell. Oh, my God. The one thing I learned during the pandemic, I can put that shit away. Oh, it's true. We were ordering wine by the case. I was sitting at home at lunchtime ordering from Drizzly. Have you ever heard of Drizzly? They bring booze right to your house. You don't even have to go out anymore. I have a credit card and a phone. I am in alcoholic heaven. Like, oh, I'm going to have some chips for lunch. What goes good with chips? Oh, 3 handles of tequila. That sounds about right. That should last me till dinner time, and then it's a case of beer. It got so bad one time that I went out to the alley to empty my latest batch of, waste, and all the garbage men were there. We had a nice little intervention. It was very nice. They had been emptying the recycle bin. They felt bad about it, but what are you going to do? I'm just going to stand here for a minute and soak this all in, because it is nice. It is nice to be out and see people in real life rather than the Zoom meetings. You been doing the Zoom meetings, sir? I see you have a dollar bill in your hand. I'm not shaking my balls in your face. That was the other guy. I don't know what you're trying to tip me for, and $1's not going to be enough. I love the Zoom meetings. I honestly did, because people only have to see you from the top up. So it was like a full body mullet. I was business up top and party down below. A year and a half of not wearing pants. This is very restrictive to me right now, sir. I'm not going to lie to you. Things are very pinched up. I don't know what's going on. Thank you for laughing on your way up, ma'am, like you were paying attention in the bathroom. Oh, this guy sounds hilarious. I cannot wait to get out there. I am all tangled up in this cord. What the hell happened here? This is like some sort of trap. I'm gonna look like one of those big sharks when they catch him, and the guy just comes up and goes, "Look at this fat bastard." I do feel good, because I have, in the last year and a half, I've lost almost 100 pounds, which is very exciting for me. Thank you. Ma'am, you're looking at me like, Jesus Christ, how fat were you? I was pretty big. People ask me a lot, did you lose the weight for your health? No, because the first thing you think when you see a 400-pound guy is, that guy is in shape. He is a snack, Daddy. Come over here and shake that for me, big boy. No, I lost it. You do it for the health, I guess, but it wasn't for that, because I'm never going to be on the cover of Men's Fitness. You know what I'm talking about, ma'am? Me shirtless on the cover. You want a body like this? Yeah, turn to page 67. It's basically drink all you want and don't move your ass. I lost it because, I was tired of breaking toilet seats. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever done that. Have you ever broken a toilet seat, sir? No. I don't care how embarrassed you have been in your life. I don't care what the worst moment you've experienced. You have never been as embarrassed as when you break a toilet seat. Imagine being at your friend's house, watching the big game. You've imbibed in a little chili, maybe some nachos, a couple beers, and then all of a sudden, some intestinal distress rears its ugly head. You go in to sit down. Now, as a big guy, you can get to a certain point, and then gravity takes over. And you hear the... You're sitting there, oh no, I've done it again. And you try to get up, but the tiny little hairs are stuck in the crack. Yeah, so now I'm giving myself a reverse Brazilian at my buddy's house. And at that point, you don't know what to do, because you really only have 2 choices. You can leave his house and never see him again, which is the choice I took most of the time, or you could go out and go, yeah, Bob, I'm going to run over to the hardware store for a minute. Why? What are you going to... I just got to pick something up at the hardware store, because I don't know about you, sir. I don't carry extra plumbing supplies in the trunk of my car. I don't have toilet seats, welder's masks, pipe wrenches, none of that stuff. I know, ma'am, you don't need a pipe wrench or a blowtorch to do a toilet seat. You're just looking at me like you've never seen a man talk about things before. It's okay. Imagine. Imagine if I had broken your seat, ma'am. Would you want me to tell you? No, good. Then I'm coming over to your house after the show. Because we've been eating like savages back there. A lot of meat. Oh, I'm welcome? Sure, until you hear that. No, I don't know if you've had to buy a toilet seat lately, because most of you don't. There's like 40 different kinds of toilet seats. You walk into Home Depot, it's like the Baskin-Robbins of shit. There's just walls. They're round, they're oblong. Some close fast, some close slow. Some are made of plastic, some are made of wood, some are made of some sort of composite. I don't know, but they all crack. They all crack if you drop too hard. So now what I've started doing is just buying them in bulk. And I do keep... It's true, I keep a bunch in the car. Sometimes I wear one around my neck when I go into a party. I'm like Flava Flav of rectal problems. I'm like, hey, what time is it? Poopy time. Yes, I'm closing the show with a poopy time joke, Lenny. That's how we do it. We bring it all out at the end.
All class.
Oh, all the value. Nothing but class here. That's what I say. The last time I broke one, I was at my mother-in-law's house, which is bad enough as it is, because my mother-in-law and I have a hate-hate relationship. She thinks I ruined her daughter's life, and well, I did. But that's neither here nor there. I go into my mother. She hates me for taking her daughter. If I had broken her seat and told her, she would have hated me even more, which I didn't think was possible. But I go in, gravity took control, and I heard the and it was one of those cheap, like Walmart $8 presswood toilet seats. So really, it deserved to be broken anyway. Because if I can't sit in comfort, I don't even want to know what kind of toilet you have. Thank you, Mike. Mike, my only friend. I'm gonna wait for a minute because online you don't know this, but now the checks are coming out. And give a hand to your lovely waitress. She's been working very hard for you tonight. So now the checks are coming out, the flashlights are coming out. Everybody who thinks they're still young but then realizes they can't see in the dark is like, what the hell? Hey, why do they print these things so small if they want us to pay them? Yeah, then you get the flashlight out, you gotta see it. Why is yours going up and down like this, ma'am? What are you doing on your lap that I can't see? This. Well, I wasn't, but now I am. Anyway, I came out and I had to tell my wife that I needed to run to the store. And my wife, we've been married 30 years. And I know nobody else got applause, and I beat them all by years, but that's okay. No, that's fine. Don't patronize me now, sir. I don't want any of your sympathy or pity. Anyway, I said to her, I go, listen, I have to go to the store. And I love her. She's a smart woman. But she also suffers from what a lot of you ladies suffer from, selective deafness. You know what I mean? Where I could be out in the yard with the lawnmower going, and a chainsaw, and kids screaming and yelling, and I could say, God damn, I don't know what she's up to. What did you say? But if I'm standing right in front of her, and I whisper to her, I have to go to Home Depot. What? I have to go to Home Depot because I got to get a toilet seat. You have to get what? I have to get the toilet seat. Why do you have to get a toilet seat? I'm like, why are you so deaf? Shut up! I gotta go. I didn't have an end for that, but sometimes you just don't. Sometimes you hope it comes to you. Right, Mike? Yeah, it doesn't always happen. You worked magic. We just moved, which is exciting. We downsized. Anybody heard of that little fiasco, downsizing? Brian, don't bother us now. We're doing math. Can't you answer a question from the internet or something? We really, the tip is all added in. Lenny, anything coming in on the internet? Yeah, I'm taking a big swing now.
Yeah, I got one thing on the
What
internet.
does it say on the internet, Lenny, about me?
It says Illinois has the smallest toilet hole seat opening of any state.
Illinois has a toilet. Now, is this person with the plumbing council? How do they know that?
I don't know. They're from Illinois originally. This is Larry
Illinois.
Warden. This is a high school, a guy I knew when I grew up. So
Larry, I have a question for you. Is it that the toilet seat openings are so small, or perhaps your ass opening is so large? Which could it be, Larry?
I'm going to go with the latter on that, but
Yeah,
I'll wait for his response.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got to wait for his response because I don't know. Has he been measuring them in all 50 states? Is there some sort of a gauge that he's used? Is there a toilet almanac that I don't know about? Should I be buying my toilet seats out of state to prevent any further problems. Oh, as they used to say in the boxing game, saved by the bell. But we have to wait till we hear Larry's response.
He just said that he crushed his sack at his in-laws' house.
That's what I love about the internet.
This is live. We're connected to people far
I
away
know.
right
That's
now.
what I love.
This is magic.
'Cause, Larry is not afraid to tell people that he's had some sack distress. And we don't know Larry. I've never seen his balls. I don't know if they've been injured beyond repair. I just know that he felt in my time of need, he would jump in and give us an update on his testicles that only we could appreciate. And the thousands of people in the virtual world who are now realizing that, man, he doesn't have a way to get off that stage, does he? He's hoping there's some old ball jokes coming up. I hope Larry has another text, because if this guy doesn't get something quick, he is just going to stay there all night. And God damn it, we are tired. We've seen 187 comics, and we've been doing math, and those were 3-column numbers, and I can't work 3-column numbers anymore. This is a lot of bullshit. He started to talk about downsizing. He's not downsizing. His act is large sizing. He's got to go. Larry, I wish you nothing but good luck with your nuts, as I think everybody does. Right? We hope Larry's sack is better. I can't believe I'm ending on an applause for Larry's nuts, but you know what, folks? We have had a lot of fun. I'm done. You guys are free to go after Lenny wraps things up. Thanks, Lenny, for having me.
Noonan! I can't think of a better way to close this show. The best part of the whole thing was every time we referred to Larry or the internet, he looked at me like I was the internet, but away from the camera that is feeding to the internet. So that's the best part. All right, man. Folks, that's everybody from the show. First of all, give all the comics a nice big round of applause, every single one of them. Give the staff at Rosemont Zanies a round of applause. Please do that for me. Guys, I can't thank you enough. Some of you are here because you knew the podcast was going to be tonight. Others of you just showed up and then you're like, fuck, all right, whatever. It's a podcast. I guess I'll watch it. Fine. But this show was great. This show meant a lot to me. It's been over a year, and every comic that you saw, many of the comics you saw on stage tonight were involved in the show. It was a great way for comics to get on the internet during COVID, and many people here saw the show and followed it. And for all of you that followed any artists and supported any artists during COVID, thank you very much, immensely. It's been a hard year for artists. It's been a hard year for everyone, but artists got shut down, and just now we're getting back out and we're doing shows. And give yourselves a round of applause for showing up. Thank you very much. And I'm going to close the show the way I close it every time. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for showing up. We will be back. Oh, look, I've made my second mistake of the night. My camera feed. Hi, it's me. I'm on the internet. Look at that. Guys, thanks. We'll be back next week with shows. We only have 2 or 3 more of this show, and then we're going to wrap it up and we're done. Everybody clap one more time so it sounds like things went well. And the rest of you guys, thanks for being here so much. And as always, do me a favor, dream of Pinky.
Lenny Schmidt Quarantine Comedy was created, produced, and is hosted by Lenny Schmidt. We live stream on YouTube at 6 p.m. Pacific every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Special episodes occasionally stream or are uploaded on Tuesday and Thursday. Every episode is also launched as a podcast and can be heard on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. If you enjoyed the show, please like the video. If you really like it, share the video. If you really, really like it, please subscribe to the Lenny Schmidt Comedy channel on YouTube. You'll get updates on this and numerous other online comedy content that my dad produces. Check the info section below for detailed information on all of our guests. If you are a fan, you can follow and support them as well. Go to their page, like their content, buy their albums, purchase a shirt, any merch they may be selling. Anything you do will support performers will literally help save the arts. In fact, if you want to support this show financially, just go to LennySchmidt.com/ifyoucan or Venmo at LennySchmidtComedy. If you donate as little as $1 or as much as $10,000, it will help pay for the stuff my dad keeps breaking. If you can't pay for the comedy content, that's okay. COVID sucks for all of us. Enjoy the free show. If you want to find a way to support what we do, just subscribe to Lenny Schmidt Comedy channel on YouTube. That really helps a lot. Thank you for listening to my dad's show, and as always, dream of Pinky.